Hello, 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 and welcome to Starting the Day the Right Way 5-minute devotion for April 23rd, 2021. You made it to the end of the week. All right, happy weekend. All right, so last night, right before we go to bed, yesterday afternoon from school, we went to Walmart, me and my son, and we went to get this thing called Poppets. Apparently, it's a big thing right now. So me and my wife looked it up, and we're like, what is a Poppet? And that's what it is. It's a piece of plastic, and it just pops up, pops down, pops up, pops down. Apparently, this is a big thing with third graders, fourth graders, and second graders right now. So my son wants a pop it. So okay, so on when was it? Monday. We told him on Thursday we would be going. So he's looking for this thing all week, right? So we get to Walmart. Me and him start walking up the aisles, and trying to find it. And we couldn't. So I asked someone in the store. I said, where do you guys have the poppets? And he looked at me like I had three heads. He's like, what are you talking about? Well, I've never heard of it. And I'm like, okay. So then I went online and we looked, and, didn't have it. And we'll go to Amazon and it's right there, but my son wanted it yesterday, right? And so we were in the store like 45 minutes. We looked in the baby aisle, we looked in the toy aisle, and nothing. So obviously he was disappointed, needless to say. And he has a way of saying, this is the worst day ever when things don't work his way. So we got back in the car and got back home, and then we eventually ordered something from Amazon. But apparently they're out of stock because they're so famous. And he wanted a dinosaur pattern. So this pattern was definitely out of stock until May 1st. He's like, oh, I got to wait until May 1st. And I'm like, listen, buddy, it's okay. So we let him have his feelings, and eventually we dealt with it. So I'm putting him to bed last night, and God gave me this vision. So he's got this huge Mickey Mouse, right? About, I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet tall. And he's got this little tiny Mickey Mouse, about 6 inches tall. And I said, hey, buddy, listen. I said, do you see this little Mickey Mouse? He said, yeah. I said, that represents us getting something at Walmart today. He's like, well, what do you mean? I said, I know you were disappointed, and I totally get it, and Daddy gets disappointed too. I said, but if we would have gotten this, I don't think we would have, if Walmart had it, I don't think that they had dinosaur patterns in stock. And then I switched it around. I said, this is probably what God has for you, something much bigger and much better. And so, I know we still got to wait a week or so for your poppets to come in, but once you get them, oh my gosh, it's going to be so great. He's like, yeah, wow. And so that led me to John chapter 13 this morning, verses 6 through 10. And we probably just heard these portion of scripture coming off of the Easter season. It's when Jesus is washing his disciples' feet. Okay, the NIV puts it this way. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? Jesus replied, you do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. Verse 8 says, no, said Peter, you shall never wash my feet. Jesus answered, unless I wash your feet, you will have no part with me. Just like Peter, he goes, then Lord, wash all of me, not just my feet, my head as well. And Jesus answered, those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean, and you are clean, though not every one of you. Okay? So just like Peter was always just all in, right? He's like, all right, don't wash my feet, wash everything. But the verse that I really want to focus on here is verse 7. Jesus replied, you do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand, right? How often do we want things now, right? And I'm trying to teach my son about patience, and as an almost 50-year-old, I'm still learning patience, right? There are things in my life that I've been praying for years that have still not come to pass. But I know that God is faithful. I know that he's not a liar, and I know he's going to bring it to fruition, right? But how often do we either give up on our praying, or we just like, God doesn't love me, or God's not hearing me, right? No, God's hearing you. but we don't even know what he's doing behind the scenes in our lives, right? We don't even know that there's that switch, right? We could settle for that small one and maybe get some immediate reward, right? But what about what the best that God has? Don't you want the best? I know I want the best. And even though my flesh will fight against the best, and I'm like, I'll take my thing now, right? Just give me my little portion now. And whatever it is, right? And whatever it is, could be finances, could be health, could be anything, could be physical. Just give me my little thing right now. No, God says, no, I have the abundance. I want to give you the very, very best. So I would encourage you to dig into this portion of scripture. Wait for God's best. There is a God's best in your life. You do not have to settle. All right. I hope this was a blessing. Have a great day.